You ever watch a pro match and think, man, this guy's insane on Nature's Prophet. Next game, I'm picking him too. And then 40 minutes later, you're 2-17, your team's flaming you in 3 different languages, and somehow, your courier has a shadow amulet. Yeah, we've all been there. But the thing is, this isn't just about having a bad game. This is a cycle. People copy pro players thinking it'll magically translate into MMR. And when it doesn't, they blame the team, the patch, the matchmaking. Everything but the actual problem. So today, let's talk about why copying pro heroes is probably the worst way to climb MMR, and what you should actually be doing instead. First, let's get something out of the way. Pro players aren't just good. They're monsters. They live and breathe this game. They played their signature heroes literally thousands of times. Every blink, every cooldown, every tower range is wired into their brain. So when you pick their hero after watching a highlight reel, you're not stepping into their shoes. You're stepping into their battlefield with a water gun. Let's be real. You saw a montage of Top Sun making Zeus look like a nuke machine. You lock him in, and suddenly your first death is because you try to dive tier 2 at 5 minutes. That's not a meta problem. That's a you're not Top Sun problem. There's this myth that meta equals free MMR. But the truth is, meta only matters when you're able to capitalize on it. A hero isn't broken in your bracket just because it's broken at TI. Let me tell you a quick story. I had this friend, crazy Dota addict. He saw Arteezy spamming Broodmother 1 patch, so he decided to grind her too. Watched guides, copied builds, even tried to imitate the movements. First few games? Absolute disaster. People insta-muted him in draft. He tried to split push and get ganked constantly. Why? Because what works in a highly coordinated 5-stack pro game doesn't work in a pub where your position 5 is farming triangle and hasn't warded since minute 1. And here's the key point. Pro picks are contextual. They work in a specific environment, usually a full team, with voice comms, with people playing their assigned roles perfectly. Your pub game? Legion Commander and Pudge fighting for mid lane. So when you pick a high-skill, meta-tier hero, you're often setting yourself up for failure. Not because the hero is bad, but because your environment doesn't support it and your skill set isn't optimized for it. But I get it. Watching pros is inspiring. You see Miracle pop off on Invoker and think, yeah, I can do that. But let me ask you something. Are you last hitting under pressure perfectly? Can you cast Sunstrike mid-fight while dodging stuns and managing cooldowns? No? Then why are you trying to emulate the end result of thousands of hours, instead of building your own fundamentals first? This is like watching Messi score a goal from halfway down the field and going outside to try the same shot in flip-flops on wet grass and expecting it to go top corner. Instead of copying the pros' picks, learn from their decisions. Notice how they rotate, how they control vision when they farm versus fight. These are things you can apply regardless of what hero you're playing. That's real improvement. That's how you get consistent. And then there's this thing nobody talks about, comfort picks. Every player has them. It doesn't matter if they're meta or not. These are heroes you just click with, the ones you don't need to think twice about. You just play. Some of my biggest win streaks weren't on OP heroes. They were on the ones I knew like muscle memory. While everyone was forcing Magnus and Nature's Prophet, I was quietly farming MMR with Juggernaut and Anti-Mage, simple, effective, and underestimated. Because guess what? You don't need to be flashy to win. You just need to be reliable. I know some people watching this are going to say, but what if I want to learn those high-skill heroes? That's fine. Absolutely do it in unranked, in lobbies, in demo hero. But don't use ranked as your personal sandbox. You're here to win MMR, not test if you can land Echo Slam combos with 3 seconds of delay and a Drunk Pudge on your team. Also, here's a spicy truth. In lower brackets, most games aren't lost because someone picked a bad hero. They're lost because people don't play their role, take bad fights, or refuse to buy wards. If you can just play solid, smart Dota with any decent hero, you will climb. Simple as that. You don't need to play like a pro. You need to play better than the people in your bracket. That's it. That's the only benchmark that matters. So here's what I want you to do after watching this. Pick 3 heroes you genuinely enjoy. They don't have to be meta. Learn everything about them. Combos, counters, itemization, timings. Master those. Not because someone said they're broken, but because you feel good playing them. Forget the tier lists for a while. Forget Reddit meta panic. Just play clean, smart Dota with heroes you understand. Because at the end of the day, it's not about being the best player in the world. It's about being better than you were last week. And hey, if you ever feel tempted to copy a pro again, just remember this. They're playing with a team with full coordination and communication where everyone knows what they are doing while you are playing with 4 random players arguing in all chat about who fed first. Thanks for watching, guys. If this hit a little too close to home, maybe drop a like, share with your fellow Tilted Stackmates, and hit subscribe for more content like this. Let me know in the comments. What's your comfort hero when everything's on fire? Stay sharp, play smart, and for the love of Gabin, stop picking Gyrocopter and Slark support in ranked match if you have not at least played 100 to 200 matches with it. Peace.